Hello, welcome to this update for Central Southern Africa. So let's see what's happening. So we still have a lot of storms in some areas. So today is December 23rd, and we do have some storms now in parts of southern Mozambique and Eswatini, central Madagascar. Some very heavy downpours in Madagascar, more like in Democratic Republic of Congo, some heavier storms too, and those areas. Today in South Africa, we do have some advisories for thunderstorms, disruptive rain, and also some severe thunderstorms. Further south, more disruptive rain, southeastern South Africa, and some wind advisories there in the seas near southwestern South Africa. And advisories none, but fire danger warnings. We do have some parts of western South Africa, so be careful. And throughout these next few days, including Christmas and everything, we might have more storms, especially in parts of South Africa, near like Mozambique and those tropical downpours, South Central Africa. So let's see. Into tomorrow, Tuesday, shows some more scattered thunderstorms northern South Africa, especially northeastern South Africa. Botswana shows some more storms in Namibia as well, shows in Angola, some scattered ones near the coast in Gabon and Congo Brazzaville. It shows even some Tanzania and southern Kenya. Still those storms in Madagascar, in some spots there. And then this is Tuesday morning still, later Tuesday afternoon, shows even some stronger ones, some spots in northeastern South Africa. Those ones could have some very heavy downpours and the potential for like flash flooding danger, but also some severe weather if it's strong enough, could have some damaging winds and even some hail in the storm. So be careful. Then into Wednesday, still shows some storms in Zimbabwe and like in Botswana, parts of Angola, Zambia, especially southwestern Zambia, throughout Christmas. Shows like on the 26th, some more storms throughout South Africa, even central South Africa and Lesotho. Some areas there shows also some scattered ones in Namibia, Botswana, some in Zimbabwe. It shows more like in central northern Mozambique, and those storms scattered Madagascar, those areas there. So be careful. Still shows some heavy ones near like Congo and Gabon, but nothing that crazy. And a storm or two in like Equatorial Guinea or southernmost Cameroon, a day or two, and even some showers in São Tomé, in those islands there. So be careful. Thursday, the 26th, those in northern South Africa. This goes the 27th, the afternoon, shows some heavier ones in Lesotho and South Africa still, Zimbabwe, some in Botswana too, Namibia. So be careful. This goes still around eastern South Africa, the 27th, shows more storms. The 28th shows more there, especially southern Mozambique. There will be crazy storms, some scattered in Madagascar, Botswana, Zambia. So beware. The 28th, this goes there. So still some in Mozambique on the 29th. And those scattered storms around like Zambia, Zimbabwe, and those areas there. So be careful. Central northern Madagascar shows some heavier storms too, late on the 29th. This shows a small front near Cape Town in some areas, or around the 30th, and more storms further east on the 30th. And yeah, and later more storms too. So be careful those areas. Now there's like better to see the rain accumulation. So until the 28th, does show that South Africa, Lesotho, some 62, 35, 51 millimeters in Eswatini. So some parts of northern South Africa, some 69, 72 millimeters in the next 5 days. But further further north and east, they show like all the way to 100 millimeters, 124, 142. It shows more throughout southern Mozambique, some heavier downpours. The European model shows more there. It shows even like further south, beyond Eswatini, and southeastern South Africa shows more too. So here shows like some Lesotho. The west is kind of quiet. It shows Namibia, the coast very dry, just like central northern Namibia in those areas. Botswana and Zimbabwe, those heavier downpours too, so be careful those areas. Now until January 1st, the European increases dramatically, especially Mozambique, shows more than 200 millimeters in the next 9 days, and then like in Zimbabwe increases a lot as well, and still northeast and South Africa, those areas, so be aware, but nothing's certain yet. We'll just keep watching. And Madagascar on the next 9 days does show as well like 180, 130, so heavy rain there, and it has some more stuff from the Indian Ocean near King and northern Madagascar. And just on the next 5 days until the 28th, there shows some showers in Mauritius and Reunion, and a storm or two, but nothing that crazy. A shower too in Ethiopia, southwestern Ethiopia, and a small shower too in Djibouti, but nothing that crazy. So be aware, especially be careful the storms further south. The GFS until the 28th does have in Madagascar close to like 172, 151, 183. So be careful, 112, 106. So yeah, be careful those areas. Shows more like in South Africa, that the GFS that doesn't have that much in South Africa, just some 31 millimeters, 41 the next 5 days. But further north does have those like heavier tropical downpours, some 63, 55 millimeters in Botswana, Zimbabwe does have those accumulations too. If you check closer here, shows 73, and does show Namibia kind of quiet on the coast, but northeastern Namibia some more, and Angola a lot of downpours there, like 114, 130. So be careful with some 88 millimeters. So like those heavy tropical downpours, just like you can see here. So be careful. And the icon next 5 days does have Madagascar as well, some things built in the Indian Ocean, and does have like in Gabon and Congo close to like 103, 96 millimeters. So kind of be careful those areas too. São Tomé, storm or two, some showers. It shows more than 100 in the eastern part of the Democratic of the Congo. And also Rwanda, some storms passing by, but very scared, nothing crazy. In Uganda, shows in Kenya, southwestern Kenya, and some spots in Tanzania. The icon does have somewhere near between Lesotho and South Africa, like 104 and some 87. So yeah, be careful. Now the GFS until January 1st does have more Madagascar, especially there, close to 200 in Angola, a lot as well, and some of the Indian Ocean. So be careful. And yeah, and here for South Africa, they do have some information about the storm. So let's see. They say they still expect some instances of damaging winds and flash flooding across South Africa for several remaining days of 2024. So let's see. They have like on the 23rd, I think that's today, shows the heavy rain possible further east and some storms there, advisories. And like this for the 24th, tomorrow, still the heavy rain, especially thunderstorms northeastern South Africa. It shows more the south there. They say localized flooding possible. And later on Christmas Day, morning drizzle, especially is expected on the Limpopo and Mauanda Scarpa regions, and notably reduced distribution of showers and thunderstorms anticipated in the afternoon. As indicated in the left-hand map figure 3, the weather promises sunny and dry, very hot conditions across most of Cape provinces, where fire ignition could lead to most costly spread of wildfires and extensive damage. So be careful, that's true. And shows on the 26th March, showers and thunderstorms are expected on most parts of the Republic, except for the northeast and southwestern regions. Thunderstorms scattered across Gauteng, northwest, and Free State, as well as northern parts, northern Cape. So be careful. So this is the December 25th, those storms there. It shows on the 26th some scattered storms through central South Africa. So be careful, and I don't know what's happening. So they do have some other stuff here as well. So be aware. And now for the temperature still very hot there, especially in Mozambique. Some areas a little bit less hot, some 14 degrees, 10 degrees, but later, like between tonight and tomorrow, there's some spots in the south, some high elevation, like 9 degrees, and even like Zambia, some 18 degrees, in Angola, Namibia during the night, but Mozambique, very hot, and Madagascar, close to like 15 degrees in some higher elevations, but generally some 24 to 25 degrees in the lower elevations. Then this goes into Tuesday afternoon. Does show here close to 40 degrees in many areas, 42 degrees, 41 degrees. So be careful, even like some 42, 43, some areas there. So be careful, those temperatures. Does show in northwest and South Africa some 37, and across west and South Africa 2 higher, some 25 in the Cape Town, and still a little bit lower in some parts of the southeast. And Namibia shows some 30 is true. So be aware. Zambia shows central eastern Zambia, some higher temperatures, southern Tanzania, and some areas there. Still, because like South Sudan, very hot. Somalia, some parts in northern Kenya, in the lower elevations. So be aware. Nigeria, some 34 to 36 degrees, and kind of hot in some other areas. So Tuesday, so that's Tuesday night. That shows even like to 7 degrees during the night in Lesotho, and shows in South Africa some 11 degrees, 13 degrees. It's still hot across the northwest. So now Mozambique still hot during the night, and the next day shows a lot more like West and South Africa, some 43 degrees, 42, some 41, 32 in Cape Town. So be careful. Most of West and South Africa shows some very hot temperatures there. In southern Namibia too, some 41, 43, 38, some other areas like 25, but other areas some like 35. So be careful. And still in Lesotho a little bit less, but some 16 degrees, 19 northeastern South Africa, 16. So be aware, but nothing that crazy. That's like of mild, and shows like Mozambique still Wednesday afternoons some 36 and 39, and even close like 41. So be careful. Some spots of central Madagascar still hot, and South Sudan, Southern Sudan still hot, Central African Republic, Northern Kenya. So be aware. Wednesday this goes a little bit less hot at night, but still hot across northwest and South Africa and Mozambique. And if it's hot at night, it can increase heat stress and everything. So be careful, especially during the day. Stay safe from the sun and everything. And later on the 26th in the afternoon, Does show southern South Africa, so 43 degrees, 41, 42, so it might get crazier the temperatures, like central southern South Africa, the 26, 39, so be careful. Western South Africa, Namibia, still very hot in Lesotho, in Mozambique, those areas, so be careful there still. Like Central African Republic and South Sudan, still very hot, and like westernmost Ethiopia, some 39, and like southern Sudan as well. Just be careful. Some parts of eastern Ethiopia and Eritrea, some 30s, and southern Somalia and Kenya. So be careful. The GFS on that same day has a similar thing to some 42 degrees there, 40 degrees, 41, and the icon a similar thing, but not as hot as the European. So the 26, this goes less hot at night, close like 9 degrees in Lesotho, and Friday afternoon does show still warmer in Mozambique's, some 30s there, Tanzania, Namibia does show some 30s too, but it gets better in South Africa. Then Friday does show a little bit less warm, like some 13 degrees most of, like South Africa, Namibia, a little bit colder, not colder but less warm. Botswana at night in Angola some 19 degrees, Kenya some 11 degrees, the mountains, Central Madagascar and those high elevations some 17, 15 degrees. Then Friday afternoon, the 27th, does show again like in Mozambique and those areas close like 40 degrees, 39 degrees, so be careful. Southern Tanzania too, very hot. Namibia, some 30s, and South Sudan, Southern Sudan and Ethiopia, and the highlands still a little bit less hot, but the southern Ethiopia a little bit hotter. Nigeria and those areas kind of hot too, so be careful. The heat wave later, that's like Saturday afternoon, does show South Africa and Namibia close to 37 degrees or higher. Then the 28th, the 29th still very hot, like Kenya, Mozambique, South Africa. Then this is the 30th shows a little bit less Western South Africa, but still hot, like the 31st, Mozambique, Namibia, and some areas there. So be careful those temperatures, and also the fire danger is very high across Namibia and South Africa. Be careful, some fire danger in other parts of Mozambique too, Zimbabwe, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This changes throughout the days, Friday, Saturday, be careful there. This is fuel moisture. There's a lot of moisture in the blue and very few moisture, like dangerous, in the red. So be careful those areas. The weather alerts here and drought. So yeah, be careful. And now for wind, where is it? Because wind plays a big role in like spreading fires too and other things. So let's see, it does show a little bit breezier near parts of Western South Africa and Namibia, like right now. Today in Central South Africa and Southern Mozambique, maybe some parts of Namibia. This goes the 23rd, later like the 24th, Cape Town. This shows a little bit breezier, a little bit windy, show like in South Africa too, Central Namibia, those areas like Southern Mozambique, some 50s, January to August. And then Tuesday into Christmas does show still kind of in the afternoon, a little bit breezier near the west in Southern South Africa, Mozambique and Zimbabwe. But later that night does show like northern South Africa and into Namibia, a little bit gustier, and in the seas there near southwest and South Africa. So this goes into Thursday still, show like a specific point on Thursday, especially like in the early afternoon, And mid of the afternoon shows some higher gusts in western central South Africa, and even further south there, and most like western South Africa, Namibia to southern Namibia. So be careful there. The GFS barely has anything about that time, but it does have a finger or two there in South Africa. The icon also has a little bit higher gusts. So be aware Thursday, this goes maybe a little bit breezier to Namibia, South Africa on the 27th, and this goes on Saturday there, show like in southeastern South Africa, possibly the 28th. The icon doesn't have anything the 28th, the GFS that doesn't have anything as well. So just the European has that, and then this goes on Saturday into Sunday. That shows some higher gusts near western South Africa and Namibia because of some Atlantic systems there, and does have now some very high gusts like the extreme southwest on the 30th, but the GFS barely has that, and the icon has already like southern South Africa by that time. But yeah, be aware. But this forecast changes a lot, so this might change still. And further north does show. Sorry about that, I was fixing something. So does show here in Eritrea, in some areas Tuesday, some winds, but nothing crazy. So Somalia, some winds there. This goes and like sometimes in like northern Kenya, some areas in the mountains, a little bit breezier, but nothing that crazy. And yeah, so be careful with the storms there and everything. And now let's just see if there's like something else. There's this map of potential thunderstorms, so it does show those storms Mozambique, Zimbabwe, South Africa throughout this week.